where is all the data now, and who's doing it in the country? I mean, if I need to kind of formulate a program, okay, or get into advocacy, where do I look for material? Where do I start as an organization?
I'm still trying to find the answer to that question, but having said that, I have come across some individuals and institutions who have been putting together information in a rather efficient and reliable way. So there is, for example, the Catalyst for Social Change.
Yes.
Very actively working to ensure that the CCIs are well equipped.
Yes.
That they're looking at information, they're looking at training. They are, they are trying to ensure that children, get legally free for adoption. So they are putting a lot of. But
somehow we don't see CSA coming on the forefront, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even the first place I do go back to is the CSA website. But having said that, you don't see too much of them coming and actively involved.
That's right.
I'm not quite sure whether whether I've got it wrong, or whether it's just a perception, or they're actually doing a lot of work in the back end.
There is some really interesting work that they are doing, very efficient work. But yes, what you said is right. They need to be a bit more forthcoming with their information and efficient with putting the information out there, because people are interested. We assume they're not, but they are interested. There's a lot of interest that is of late getting generated within this field. The other institution that I have particularly been impressed by is this institution called NIPCCD, that is the National Institute for Public Cooperation and Child Development. It's an institution that comes under the Ministry of Women and Child Development, and they do a lot of comprehensive research with they work with CCIs, they work with the CWCs, they work with ICTS, etc. But again, there's a problem there, because the problem is that they aren't mandated to do research in specific areas. So the researchers can choose to work in an area that particularly interests them. So research isn't specifically happening in the adoption scenario, unfortunately. But this particular institution seems to be investing a lot of energy in putting some amount of credible data together. Then of course there is Bosco. Who doesn't know Bosco? Bosco does tremendous work, commendable work. And one thing I really admire about Bosco is that a lot of their research is so well documented. Very well documented. They've put their system in place. They're a bunch of people who believe in working towards complete rehabilitation. So, many ways keeps my faith alive in the system.
Yeah, sure. So to end this very stimulating discussion, and I really don't want to end this, but because of time constraint, I think we have to end this conversation. But how do you think this is going to impact the field of adoption?
Well, I think to begin with, good, solid research will lead to a better understanding of the system and of policies. And in many ways, this in turn will lead to people talking more openly, I'm assuming. Not just openly, but also far more intelligently,
Yes. I think people are. But whether, intelligently.
And when I say intelligently, I think I'm also I'm also referring in many ways to
with more awareness and mindful, I think.
Absolutely,
right?
with awareness, and also in terms of the of using vocabulary that is non-judgmental. So and in fact, I'm sure that my research girls will head out armed with knowledge. They are going to bring in a certain sensitivity in this field of adoption, and they are communication students, so they are going to head out there, make films, make ads, make several things that are related to the media in language that is sensitive and which is not offensive to the adoption community. I know that they are going to head out there as educators who will use language that is far more inclusive in a classroom, and I also know that there are many of them who will go out there, who will rewrite policies, who will challenge policies that are redundant, and all of this I know is coming, will be a direct result of them having spent so much of time thinking about something that they need not in their otherwise exhaustively preoccupied lives think about at all. So and I also know that they are girls who will go out there and who will respect families in whichever way they formed.
That's important.
And
it's relevant today.
Of course, and of this I'm really sure. And if Project Sitara is going to make a difference in somebody's life, I know that it's and I know that it's going to be this, right? That the difference is going to come through sensitive language. It's going to come through better educated people out there who are asking relevant questions, who are being sensitive to individuals. So that's where I'm hoping all of this is headed.
So it's wonderful work that you're doing, Sharon, and I hope it continues with Mount Carmel's and with your department, and you stay inspired, and the kids and the young minds stay inspired, and really come up with some fresher, newer perspective.
Yes.
Towards adoption.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Gayatri.